The regular recommended daily dose of funny is just not enough. Thankfully, we have extra funny with TJ and Riggins.
So much to talk about. So much to share. A lot of things we save for extra funny, No big deal. So what?
So what? Who cares?
So what? So tonight is the big night. My wife, Jody, is joining Lindsay on Lindsay's Facebook Live podcast thing. And it's called Lindsay Looks Ridiculous.
I love what you said.
What is it, Lindsay Look?
Lindsay, look.
At what?
Excuse me. I had to get my Diet Coke intake today. Lindsay, look on Facebook Live, 7 p.m. Eastern. I always need to remember to say Eastern.
Because you worldwide, baby. You worldwide.
That's it.
Mm.
And, how do I say this? Normal people would prep for like a show, right? Y'all prep for our show.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Jody texted me yesterday. I had like a hell of a day. And it was like 7:00 at night. I said, let's talk. Cause she kept texting me and saying, let's talk about tomorrow. I said, sure, let's talk. I get in the car to leave my dinner. I called Jody. Jody's like, so Lan, let's plan this out. And I'm like, okay. Cause Jody's a planner and I normally am too. So that's what makes us so like we're just alike,
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, I normally just wing it. And I don't want to I don't know. I shouldn't say this out loud because now people are probably not even going to listen. But a lot of times I just wing it. So I'm like, Jody, I don't know. Like, I think maybe it'll just flow natural. She said, no, like, we got to talk about it. Okay, fine. So she's going into her thing. And I'm like, she said, now, what do you think? I'm like, I think it's cool. Just whatever, we're just going to flow with it. She's like, no, we're not just going to flow. I'm like, no, we're going to flow.
But that's exactly what she does on our podcast.
But
I don't ever tell her, this is what we need to say. It's just, and that's the one thing in our entire relationship for 30 something years that she has said, you're better at this than I am. That is the one. And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be rock throwing, and she would not admit that I'm better at it than she is.
Yeah.
Well, I guess two things, radio and podcast stuff and cooking.
Yeah.
But the cooking comes with a fiat. The cooking comes with, I know you're a better cook than I am, but I don't want you telling me how to do it or trying to help me.
Right.
Yeah. But the other thing, she's just like, okay, well, whatever. And I was just thinking yesterday about this whole situation, but in a different context. Because I do most of the prep stuff, as we call it show prep for this show in the mornings before we go on the air. And then, but I've been doing this type of show for 30 something years. So it's a lot easier to grab and go, and I can riff on this and Riggins will riff on that, and boom, 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 boom. Riggins does the same thing. He brings different material into the show than what I bring. So we're just sharing stuff all the time with each other. And then when I get ready to prepare that talk show that I do at night, it takes hours to prepare a 2-hour talk show.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been sleeping much, and I have to sit in traffic for so long and all of these things. And I was getting a little bit, grouchy yesterday alone. I wasn't taking it out on anybody, but I'm sitting there thinking, when I got in my truck and it was still 100 degrees and I know I'm about to go sit in inchworm traffic for an hour and 15 minutes, I thought, damn, Lindsay has it so easy with work.
Okay, now I didn't know where
I'm not just talking about you. I was saying, because Ace and I have always, when we were building shows, and sometimes we would butt heads on this, but it was always better for us to hire a woman to be on the show that wasn't already trained in radio by people that we think may have trained them wrong. We didn't want to have to untrain them the way they had learned and then train them back the way we wanted them. So it was just always easier to say, we just want you as a real person to come in and take part in the conversation.
Yep.
And there are things that you need to learn about, when somebody's headed toward a punchline or when they're setting something up and what direction they're going, so you don't jump in and then send them off in another direction or things like that. So you have to learn some of that stuff. But as far as coming in and saying, hey, I've got a bit idea, why don't we do this? Or I saw this story and then maybe you could do this and we could do, we've never wanted, or I haven't ever wanted the women on the show to do that, because I just wanted them to be a regular woman that women listeners could identify with.
Yeah.
And Ace, though, would sometimes get kind of, it wouldn't hurt her to do something. She hadn't brought in an idea. I said, but we told her when we hired her, they didn't have to bring in ideas.
Well,
and so to think after all of those hours that I put in, I haven't touched grass all day, as the kids say.
Yeah.
And then go, God. And I may have just looked at your Instagram story or something, and you were on another date night, or you were out with your friends at some fancy restaurant with martinis and all of this stuff. And I'm like, hell yeah, she can go do all that, because she's down in here with her face in the computer 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
That's probably what it was. But to Joe, after I realized the phone conference, after we got off the phone, and I realized the reason it's different with me and you being on my show, being on y'all's show, is that she trusts you and knows that you're the professional, and she don't trust me. And I get it. She's like, okay, we need to plan this. And I'm like, you know what? She's on to something. I think she's on to something. So it just made me realize that she's going to feel a little more insecure being with me just because I'm just willy-nilly all over.
Well, if she were on something that was different and I were still on it with her, she would be the same way. It's just that podcast that we've been doing now for have we been doing that 5 years now, Riggins? Or more even?
It's been years, yeah, for sure.
She just knows in that environment, she's comfortable with it, and she's been, that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
But if I were doing a Facebook Live thing and I said, hey, I want you to be on the Facebook Live tonight, she'd be the same way with me. Well, what are we going to talk about?
Are you sure?
Where are we going to set it up? Where are we going? I'm going to be busy. I got to be here then, don't I?
I'm busy.
Yeah. It's a completely different attitude.
Yeah. I hope you're right, because then I'm thinking maybe she doesn't feel good about it.
No, she talks about all the time how good you are with that. She watches your Facebook Lives all the time.
I don't know if I'm good, but I do want her to be like comfortable,
Yeah, she will be.
Okay.
But here's the thing. She's wait, we need to take a break. So I'll tell you how she was trying to strong arm me last night into something about this Facebook Live thing tonight.
Okay.
And I had to just say, hey, you need to relax. Calm down. Okay, we'll get into that next.
This is TJ Riggins Extra Funny.
Hey guys, I'm not one to sit here and brag about myself. If anything, it's the opposite. But let me tell you how many compliments I've been getting since I've used Love Into Skincare. Their Precious Potion Moisturizer. Ooh, it is so luxurious on your skin. Check it out at tjriggins.com/deals. Code TJ for 21% off.
Hey, it's TJ. My wife Jody and I would never even think of buying or selling a house without using the Temple Team. We've used the Temple Team at Keller Williams Realty for years, and you should too. They are experts, and you are going to love them. Just go to tjriggins.com/Temple Team.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Let's do it!
Now, back to TJ and Riggins Extra Funny.
All right, so we're talking about my wife, Jody, being such a type A personality is the nice way to say it. Yeah, she's a type A personality if A stands for control freak. She's actually a type CF personality. So I had been in here all afternoon putting together my talk show, and I'm on a time schedule. I wrap things up, whether I'm finished or not, whether I have the whole thing put together or not. I'll finish it at the radio station when I get there. But I eat dinner at 4:30, and then I get in the truck at 5. Well, we have a new setup now that you can see if you're watching Extra Funny. Whole new video software and everything is how we broadcast the show. It's also how Lindsay has started doing her Facebook Live things. So Jody is going to have to come in here and operate the new video system without me because I'm going to be at work at my janitor job. So as I came downstairs last night to go get dressed and eat dinner and rush out the door is when she tells me or asks me, when are you going to show me how to do that video thing for the Facebook Live? I said, well, not now.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I can do that sometime tomorrow. Well, I'm going to be busy tomorrow. And you said you were going to the old studio and try to clean it up a little bit. And she's freaking out that I'm not going to stop and tell her how to plug one wire into her computer and then how to go to a website.
Yeah.
I said, I said, it's just a couple of things you got to hook into your computer and blah, blah, blah. And then I went, and she goes, okay. And then I went into the into my closet to change clothes, and I popped right back out. And I said, as a matter of fact, it's only one.
Yeah.
You're going to be using the camera on your computer. So there's only one cable that you have to hook into your computer that will go into the microphone control thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She kept saying, now, how am I going to get this website? I was like, well, we'll get it to you. It's just one click.
And then she asked me, she goes, oh, well, what is the website called? I'm going to go ahead and look around on it. I said, you can't. You got to have a password. You got to have, it's not just like, dialing up Amazon.com and perusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to poke around on it.
It's like, I'll go look at it and figure it out. What are you going to figure out?
I get it though, because like with websites and computers and cords and technology, I'm the same way. If someone brings me something different, I'm like,
And finally she goes, well, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I guess I just won't be on there with her.
She said that on the phone last night. She said, well, if it don't work, then it's all good. And I'm like, wait, whoa. I got to have a backup plan. Hang on.
Like, when has Jody ever thought something that didn't work was all good?
Yeah. No, that was a loaded statement.
Yeah. Well, so now I'm thinking just in case something happens and she's just like, forget it. I'm done. I'm done working with this thing. I need like a backup plan.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be like that. I think it'll take somebody telling her, just give it up. It's not going to happen tonight.
Okay.
I don't think she'll just quit. And I don't think it's going to be a problem. It's so easy.
It's one click.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I can't tell you the last time that her MacBook has been off of her desk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she doesn't walk around with it. She doesn't take it on, anywhere when we travel or anything like that. It may be mounted to that desk.
But she's going to be in your spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
she's got to plug into the microphone and everything.
Obviously, yeah. Okay, good. So, well.
And then again, I don't want her up here in my space.
Yeah, she doesn't necessarily have
being nosy Rosie.
She said, I'm going to look around, just look around his desk. I'm like, I'm sure there's like not much to it. But you got hoarding stuff in there.
So what were you saying, Riggins? It's not like what?
She doesn't necessarily have to be in that spot using that microphone. She's done a Facebook Live just from the kitchen before on her laptop. It's not the most, crucial part of it to be plugging in and things like that.
But if Lindsay's going to be on a professional mic, then Jody needs to be on one too, so they sound alike, I guess. So it's not a big distraction. And if it doesn't work, then she can just take it down in the kitchen and use it. I told her the other day, I said, hey, I've got these wireless lapel mics when I was setting up the stuff to do the TJ and Jody's House podcast. She goes, well, let's use those. I said, well, I don't think they sound quite as good. Maybe we'll try them one day, but they got to be charged. You know, they got batteries in them. They need to be charged. Well, what if we wait an hour? I was like, I'm not ready to do that today because that's going to take something else, you know, but if we could do that, that would be great. And I guess it would make her feel like one of the Chrisleys.
Yeah.
Because they have professional podcast stuff. And she says to me the other day, it's like one of those, I know we can't do this, but we should do it kind of things. Mm-hmm. She goes, look, I know it's because we only have the one camera when we do our podcast, but I notice all the other podcasts that I watch, and those are, women podcasts like the Chrisleys and who else does she want? The Housewives things and, things like that. And she goes, and I just love the way that they'll just go from camera to camera. And I said, yeah, because, like you said in the beginning, we only have one camera. And Riggins, when he makes those promos, has to edit it so it goes back and forth. But we can't do that as we're recording it. We would need 3 cameras. One that's only on you, one that's only on me, and one that's on both of us. And a switcher.
That's the big part. That's happening live.
Yeah, somebody that is sitting there hitting the button going, okay, oh, Todd's talking now. Psh, there's Todd. Okay, now it's back to Savannah. Boom, there's Savannah's camera, so forth. She goes, yeah, I know, but we really should.
But we can't.
You want to just go to work with me at night, and we'll see if the TV station in the building will let us use one of their studios and all of their cameras.
Yeah,
and directors
and hire somebody. Yeah, that's amazing. But we still should.
We should still do it.
We should.
Okay. Well, am I going to cut the camera into thirds?
Yeah. I love that.
But that's saying, yeah, I know you're right, but I'm just letting you know I'm disappointed in you again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You failed me.
Yeah. We need to do it just like Todd and Julie and Savannah.
Yeah, right.
I love that.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Just hire somebody.
Lindsay with that. That's what it should be called this week. Good luck with Lindsay. Or good luck to Lindsay.
Yeah. I can't wait. I am really excited about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll see what you say about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's Extra Funny with TJ and Riggins. Subscribe to all the shows at tjriggins.com and never miss the latest episodes. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins.